Hello creators, welcome back to another video. Today we're making an anniversary card using the A Wish for Everything stamp set with coordinating dies. I'm starting with a standard Whisper White card base. You can find all of the measurements and materials used on this project today at my blog MKre8tions.com. There's also a coordinating blog post link in the description box below. From a piece of glimmer paper, I'm going to cut a card mat to go onto the front of this card. I'm also going to cut a card mat slightly larger than my glimmer paper out of some pretty peacock cardstock. I'm using the anniversary stamp and I'm going to stamp that in Pretty Peacock on a scrap of Whisper White cardstock. And then I'm going to punch it out with the classic label punch. And now using my die cutting machine, I'm going to start my inlay technique. I'm going to use the word happy from the coordinating die set, and I'm going to cut that out of the top middle of my glimmer paper. Make sure that you save all of the small glimmer paper pieces that cut out of this die. Next, I'm going to take my Pretty Peacock card mat layer and I'm going to put that behind my glimmer paper layer that I already cut. I'm going to layer my die on top of that so that I have perfectly centered my word happy, and I'm going to run that through the die cut again. The goal is to leave the word happy in this card mat layer. If yours comes out, that's okay. You can glue it back in, but mine was just thick enough that it didn't come out. I'm using the paper piercer on my Take Your Pick tool, and I'm piercing out the small pieces from the happy die. I'm using a plethora of Stampin' Dimensionals to put on the back of this glimmer paper card mat. I really want to make sure that it's nice and sturdy and it doesn't fall in anywhere. I'm carefully lining up my glimmer paper piece with the mat behind it so that my happy word is centered beautifully. I'm using my snail adhesive on the back of these two card mats to adhere it to my card base. And before I put it down onto my card base, I'm also going to see where the happy lines up on the base, and I'm going to use a little bit of snail in that area so that I can glue in the glimmer paper pieces that were extra from inside the letters. This is where the putty end of the Take Your Pick tool comes in very handy. I'm using that to pick up the glimmer paper and place it into those voids of the letters. I'm going to adhere my sentiment onto a scrap piece of that Pretty Peacock cardstock, and then I'm going to use my paper snips to trim around, leaving a small border. I find that glue dots are the best way to adhere these sentiments onto the glimmer paper. So that's how I'm putting my sentiment under the happy, and I'm offsetting it slightly to the right. And we all pretty much figured this card wouldn't be complete without a little bling. I'm using the Noble Peacock rhinestones, and I'm going to sprinkle some of the Pretty Peacock color all over this card. And that's it, creators. This card is finished. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to click that bell icon. You can find me online at MKre8tions.com and on social media at MKre8tions. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!